we're gonna kick off, and we're also gonna do 3, 4, and 5 because
Let's get this show on the road. Oh, almost got him. Yeah, but you can see. You can see this blarney of players. Some of them play, some of them don't.
So as you could see, the rating battles is different. There's no more mad games nor anything else. If the description still carries for each one, it carries its category, which is I like the outlook. It looks pretty good. It looks just like it on PC. The new updates that they're making on PC. This is basically what we're seeing. Now the fire scheme is just like I think it's Call of Duty Black Ops, where they had that fire embers burning in the front of the thing, and I think that's what they're copy, which is not a bad look. I'm not gonna down it. It's a really good look. I like what they did. Also these containers, man. These right here, they could have done a little bit more better. I say, just because, to tell you the truth, I don't think that any of this stuff should be like, the container should be giving out only 10 badges or whatever. I think like 20 to start on up is good enough, because if we're gonna be burning through those, you want your players to go through them constantly. So that's what you're gonna see. Oh yeah.
Let's get this show on the road.
Wow. We fucked up that one. they're gonna see HE, dude. Just use HE. Oh my god, dude. Oh man. Wow. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff, man, that ruins the game, man. But it's all in fun, so my hat goes out to that guy. He tried. They have no cover. The only thing that I don't like is when they don't separate and stuff like that. They don't cover their back end. If they flank, who's gonna cover the back? They don't do this stuff. That's one thing I hate. A lot of players look forward. They get that tunnel vision and they look forward and they don't know what the hell they're doing. You should start.
Let's go.
You should start, man. You should start, Marcy. Yeah, I know. You know what? A lot of these players ruined it for the gaming purpose. You know what I mean? I look at it more of the fun state of it and the communication within the game. If there's no communication, guys, really, and there's a lot of ignorant players, and a game is letting them do that, that's why they start losing business. And a lot of players don't spend money; they just find ways how to do the cheap way. But all in all, reality, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You can't get no good or bad to it. That's just gonna happen. It sucks. See his name right there, which is Sucky Player. But it's all good. Those are the things, man. It doesn't bother me because honestly, they cheat the system. Those are the players that cheat the system. Wargaming gives favoritism, gives them better prices, whatever, etc. But there's a lot of bad things that go on with this game. That's why I think War Armor is pretty good. There's no cheats there. You gotta kill it's more realistic. They make this game easier. See, this is what I understand. Players think that because of a game is easier, it makes it better, that they're better at the game or they're better than any other players. But it's not true. If you try that other game, guys, I guarantee you that it'll be a lot harder for you to get where you want to be than this game. Only because the other game it's more realistic, and this one's more like for fun. I mean, it was going the right direction the way Armor War was going, but at the same time, this is more for like, you know what I mean, childish games, man. To tell you the truth, it's not really of a more faction game. There's a documentary about these two games on YouTube. Look it up. It's World Tank Blitz against Armor Warfare, and they talk about the similarities of these two. But the only thing is that the other one, you have to kill the crew in order to stop the whole thing, and it makes it a lot harder to set the tank on fire or to what do you call it? Ammo rack it, which it takes a lot of time. You have to be really, really good player, and you have to take your patience. It's more of a patience game, and that's like something that I like. And they spread out. You know, people are nice in there. You know, I mean, you're gonna have the same thing like Blitz, not favoritism, but more like, you know, players, you know, doing what they got to do for themselves. And that's what this game was first intended to. A World Tank Blitz was intended to one-man army, and you go balls out on the battlefield, use every inch of that map, and scatter around and run around. And now it's not like that. It's changed because of these pro players have changed it to the most sissiest game ever. And it's kind of funny because you could see it on how they play. They take away your kill, or they'll block you or whatever, like how you saw earlier from that one guy. And some of these players have second, third, or fourth accounts, and Wargaming does nothing about it. But if you go to the other game, you know what I mean, it's different. Well, yeah, you could tell. I mean, it's good, guys. The update's good. I still get a little bit of lag. That hasn't changed. My game froze. Maybe on the beginning of these two games, I had to back out, go back in there. I think, yeah, it means action, right? So I don't know why a bunch of these players run around and hide. You know, they make it more uncomfortable. You know, this is supposed to be, you know, a blitz. You know, it means intense. It means, you know, you go crazy. It's a blitz game. Just like Blitz, football game. You know, I remember all those things, and I can't quite remember. Yeah, and you know what? It's like they're trying to change this game to like as they already made the easily seen, guys. And this is not just happens. They do this for a reason. And you could tell, you see, he's not. And I'll show you, and you could tell. You could tell on these accounts, watch, and I'll tell you a good way how to see it. See that? He didn't fire. He knew he was there. He could turn his thing. It's not the first time. And those are second accounts too, what we played against. And I'll show you. Alright, so from purple, profile was created in 2016, so he's up there. He's a good player. He has his good enough experience. So why is it that he just gave up like that, missing shots consecutively? Then this one is 2017, which you could see that it's pretty brand new, hardly been played, but it's a second account, guys. These are the accounts that you got to be careful with, because these are the ones that these players use just for nothing, and since they're already low, they bring down other players. 46%, and you could tell that this is a second account. As you can see, he's done tournaments and ratings, but since his victory ratio is so low, he don't care. He has a tier 10, and these are all, see that? These are all like this, guys. These are bot accounts. For sure, in my experience, I know what bot accounts are. These are bot accounts, and this is what Wargaming doesn't do. They don't take out these accounts that are not consistently busy, and that's what they gotta do. Some of these people put money into them, so it becomes a legal action, a legal thing. Where, like, if Wargaming was to take out do legal action and take out all these players that are using second illegal accounts, dirty legal accounts, they could get sued for what do you call it, discrimination and stuff like that. But at the same time, they should be rules certain accounts, just like the way you do it on I know they can't, but they gotta figure out something, because this is what's making the games very, very, very ignorant on not taking care of that. They're more enthused of getting money than fixing the problem. And that's where I see wrong about some of these games, is that, you know, they don't have a security system where you can only manage one account. And that's the way the gaming system is, guys. I mean, even in the community too. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there and adults that they share information, and, you know, they tell each other, you know, this is and that. I, for one, don't cheat, because you carry that trait with you. And you start cheating on people around you. It's not necessarily cheating in your eyes, but you end up picking up a habit that it creates a way how to cheat your way around people. And that's not the kind of type of stuff I want to show my kids, or what do you call it, exploit them to. Yeah, I understand that. I could totally understand that. That's why, guys, you gotta, you know, look around. Wargaming, like I said, Wargaming Blitz is not gonna be on forever. It's losing its value within the game. That's why it's trying really, really hard to keep up with all the games things. There's like Call of Duty, guys. This one Call of Duty, it's coming out. If I were everybody, check it out. It's just gonna be like PUBG, but you can do the same thing with tanks, cars, all the stuff that we're doing in this game app. You can do on the mobile, just like yeah, they are turning, and it's only because they keep on selling the company. You see, Wargaming is funded by a lot of supporters, a lot of people that support this thing from all the way from Russia. Well, the main corporation is in Russia, right? But if we was to all just manage how to control the system, then we could have a lot more better battles. But since now, you know, Wargaming is just giving in for money wise. Ah, you motherfucker. You see that, guys? I could have ammo racked him right there. I'll get him right now. these are the things that you could see on the battlefield, and this is why I do this live stream, because you could see, if you follow up on other videos that I posted on this game, you could see how they all go against me clearly, only because I call them out, and I've called a lot of these clans out with these players, supposedly pro players, that are getting handoff by wargaming, and they're getting handoffs by other players trying to upscale their percentage that way they could look good and keep that good ratio, and then they use other sister clans to go against you while you're on the battlefield. So it kind of makes the game kind of typically hard to climb up the chain and to be a good to go into tournaments or anything like that, to come up on top, because you got so many sister clans from one clan that manipulate the game. So if World of Tanks is one of the best, I don't think so. Yeah, it punishes the players, or yeah, exactly, from exceeding in the game, exactly. And that's one thing that I've always put out there. That's why when I first started doing my live stream, I always said that this game was created as a one-man army, not as a group army. Yeah, when it started, it was 7 players of tournaments, but the tournaments were based on the player's points and his hit ratio, not on a academic team virtue where like you all get together and you attack and you let one player just because he's cool or he's buying other players with gift cards or whatnot. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit. But hey, I guess that's the way wargaming wants it, because that's the only way they can profit out of poor people. They cannot profit out of anything else.
The truck is damaged. They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
That was bull. But anyways, yeah. You know what? Let's switch this out. I don't even know where I'm at with these missions. Let's check it out. These are supposed to be the new missions, guys. Every time you pass it, you go up in keys and you get a higher, better, I guess, stuff on here. And then the main box is this one, which you get 240 of gold, 140, which is pretty cheap, pretty low comparing to. Yeah, they do got to rework the ricochet, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that's how a lot of these players are getting away with it. And if you notice that they reworked on some of the low-tier tanks, like, as a matter of fact, thank you for bringing that up. Let's go to that. Alright, guys, so we're going to go right here to... Let's do this. I'm going to go 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. But we're going to look at this new arrangements that they did on some of these tanks. And apparently they worked them out. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't seen me play this one, the HD barrel, it is worth every penny, guys. And if you guys don't know how to use it, learn, because I think should look at all that stuff. But some of these, they added ammo differently, and on some of these they put the HE back, which I'm really interested if they put it back on the PZ4, this one right here. So let's check it out. Did they put it back? No, they didn't. So on some of these they did, and on some of them they didn't. So let's check it out. No. And they took out some of the engines on some of them. They said that it wasn't worth them doing the calibration on the engines for lower tier, which is true. I agree 100%. That's something at least they got right. You know, I really do agree on that. Let's see. So this one of them is supposed to have the heat round. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. And on some of these, they took out the engine, the second engine, which that's a classic. Oh, right here. Yeah, you see, they took out the engine, guys. You see that? So basically, the Stewart had 2 engines. Now it's all down to 1. Here's number 3. You see? Nope, they didn't do nothing on that one. They switched the barrel. No, they didn't. They didn't add the heat on it. No, we all know that one came with a heat gun. 820. Did they take out the engine? Oh, they put the HE round on that one. Nice. They added back, guys. Check it out. Cool. So the A20 has the HISH round, or the heat round, which is awesome. So that's what I'm going to try. Alright, let's just suit it up and then put that one in the front. Get this guy off. Get that one. This guy off. Alright, what else do we have? Let's see. Yeah, that's right, exactly. So that's why I'm just checking out these tanks, guys, because they're supposed to. Okay, on tier 2, see how they took out the second, what do you call it, engine? So now it's all down to 1. So let's see this one. They took out nothing. Tier 5. Oh, they put it back. Yes. You see that? Nice. Okay, and let's see this one. And this one's supposed to have it too, but yeah, they did. I think they did. The T-34 got reworked, I know that. The T-34 got reworked in damage. Yeah, you see? 217.98 and 129 and 113. So it did get reworked. So that's all of them, guys. Okay, so let's test out the ones that I picked, and then I'll go down the line. So this one has the heat round, which I told a lot of players that it's really good. And let's demonstrate it. Wait, is that the high end? There you go. So this is what I'm going to do. On some of the things that they said that they reworked on, I'll try to see if I could get to them, if I have them in my garage. I'm working right now on bringing all these light tiers back, guys. I would like to see a lot of more players playing the light tier tanks and get a little bit more money for them. That's why it doesn't make it so interesting in getting them. If they can make the money cost in grasping like maybe a tier 6 battle for tier 3s and 4s, like as you know the winnings, that'll make it worth using tier 3 and 4 again.
I'll start off with HE first. Load time is long time.
Looks like HE, guys. Yeah, looks like HE's gonna do it. So at a far distance, that was at 600 and something meters. That was a no-go. So let's go. Let's brush in because it's more of a close.
Oh shit.
Look at that. Listen, guys. So, basically, I was a tier 4 against a tier 5 and I only did that much damage. Come on, Wargaming. These are the things that you guys gotta fix, man. Not just the special tanks. Oh, man, if... You know, I don't know how they get their ideas or who. I think some of the kids of these engineers that come out with these new ideas, they just think too much into the box, man, and they make it look too square. So the KV is one of my favorite tanks, especially this one. I like all the. I like using all the barrels. I think they're really, really good. All of them. All of them are sufficiently fun. You got your fast range, you got your far range, and your heavy your drip gun. Then you got your close and far range and mid range barrel, which brings out the fun and everything. But my favorite one is this one, only because of the hits that it gives. Which is 450 and 230. So just think about it, guys. High explosive is 30 and 140, and just regular is gonna be just regular AP. Oh well, I'm using the HE gun, so yeah. So yeah, guys. Let me do a little demonstration on this one. And I don't see a lot of players using it, but it's a very, very good gun. Very good gun. Very reliable. The timing on it it's long, but like I said, it has a certain purpose. The reason why it's long because of the shell. It's just like you're using it's just like the KV2, but you're using the first barrel, basically. Let me get you guys. Let's see. makes it tank right here. So you'll notice that it reacts a little bit more faster, which makes it easier to ricochet rounds. So, I'll show you. I couldn't get a shot in there, guys. Let's see if I could do it on the next one. Usually these players, man, they really fuck up the whole scheme of this. What you're trying to do is I'll match them up, go with the KV2 and bring them down a notch. Looks about even. The one thing is that I had cover. That's one thing I like. I don't care that I lost. I don't think I had backup. So that gives me a perspective of at least they're looking at this. I know a lot of players are looking at this. Let's check out the ARL. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I like that one better. Let's see if they don't give up the game on this one. How did you know that I was here? See, they're getting it in. Exactly, because you see yourself on stream, you fools. I'll tell you who's probably seen themselves on the stream. as you can see, more players, more harassment.
Бой начинается.
They're not fools. These guys want to play. They can tell everybody. For the team that wants to play, you see that on the map? For the team that wants to play, for the team that doesn't want to play. That's what you can tell. Oh, look. A birdie.
Противник уничтожен.
How does that not penetrate? Wow, AP, man? Really, Wargaming? Wow. Fix the barrel. Huh. You didn't like that. You didn't like that. I was like, you couldn't say something like this. That's freaking hilarious. Alright, let's see. What should I do now? Wait. Let's not look at that. Let's look at this. Boom, boom. Let's go 8 guys. I haven't done 8 in a while. It looks like there's semi-good players out there playing right now. At least team players. Let's see. Nope. We'll see how they act, guys. You'll see them. Oh, I missed him by a hair, guys. That shit was hilarious. Fucking missed him by a hair.